How's it going, everyone? Hopefully you're all doing all right. Having a great day, all that. And I'm just checking in with some updates. What's going on? Well, first, a lot of you may have seen we've been dropping the music out there and we're hitting the streaming platforms. I've already mentioned that, but by all means, if you like what you're hearing, share it out there because the only way other people are going to hear it, the only people hearing it are people that subscribe to me and I'm pushing it out to. Otherwise, your people aren't going to hear it unless you push it out to them, and I appreciate it very much, right? Otherwise, what's going on with the world today? Like right now, it's sickening, right? It's sickening. And one is, on my channel, we talk about corruption and public servants ruining people's lives, stuff like that. And this is all true, right? Whether it be a cop, a judge, whatever. They're violating your rights, constitutional rights. It's no big deal anymore. People just roll their eyes at that. Oh, the Constitution, right? Like, it's no big deal, right? You make these people aware that they violated your rights, they shrug it off. Oh, it's just another day, right? And that's so wrong, right? First of all, this is where we're at in society now. That the Constitution just is no big deal. And it's more of a big deal than we realize. That's the attitude we have overall as a society. That's how it's become, and that's why we're not getting nowhere. And we got a lot of strides with the First Amendment auditors, stuff like that, but we're not really making any real success, and we're not going to. Why? You can take a look at you from your own local levels all the way to the very top. It's all corrupt. It's all a disgusting mess. They're all guilty, and therefore nobody's holding anyone accountable, right? And as these younger people, as they become involved in this stuff, no one is teaching them that, well, you're not just merely violating someone's rights. Those rights came from God. And the acts that you are doing to violate those rights, you are sinning. And what you are doing will surely cause you to burn in hell if you do not turn from it, right? But that's what we don't want to hear. That's what the Christians don't want to hear. You can't get the preachers to preach that, but it's the truth. Right? I'm surrounded by people every day that don't want to turn from their sins. People that have had many years on this world and they think they're right with God and they think they know what they're doing, but they don't even look at some of the simple things they are doing that are specifically said by God not to do it. Well, but the church taught me to do this, so it's okay. Or it's excusable in society, so it's okay. And it's not. Right? And I want to try to help all of us understand that. Anyone who gives a shit, right? Because those of us who are going to try to be righteous, and there's people that they don't like to hear that, right? Like, nobody's perfect, right? Let's back up here. We're not going to fix the violations of our rights. We're not going to fix the problems with our public servants. Why? Because they are people just like us. And as a whole, all of us are corrupt, right? We want to believe, well, people are generally good, and they're not. People are generally bad, and genuinely bad from the heart. The heart wants to choose bad. I was told that by somebody once. It seemed all distraught and stuff. Oh, we always choose wrong. We always choose wrong. And I thought it was a jab at me trying to say I was doing something wrong, because that was like a general thing there. Oh, you're doing something wrong, right? Come to find out they were reflecting on their own selves, because they were doing this shit that they wouldn't admit to. That was wrong, and therefore it was eating away at their soul, right? But that's what it is. Our hearts, until we put our focus on God. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? That's the very truth, right? Fear God and all his commandments. That is our duty. We got to understand who God is. We have to be his friend, right? We have to understand this and live it. But no one wants to do that. It's just too hard for anyone to truly do that, to truly live the simple life according to God. Right? We want to complicate it with all this stuff and then say, oh, if we're turning from sin, it's too hard to do that. Case in point, the point, to stay on point here is, okay, so what we got going on in the whole world. First of all, I look at my own community, right? I look around me. I look at all the people around me. There's people that want to take jabs at me. I'm taking a direction in life that I feel I need to take, right? I would take this other direction that everybody wants to egg me on to if I had enough reason to, but I don't. Every reason I used to do that shit, every reason that I put the things I wanted to do off for everyone else, stay at it, being a working stiff, okay? It got me nowhere. Everyone turned on me, it got me nowhere. And at the end of the day, they took everything from me without the right to do so. So why do I feel like I want to rush back at it with no reason, right? So I'm doing it my way. However, this is the hard way. And people don't realize that. They think I'm choosing, whatever. But I look at these, but people point the finger at me, and I'm like, I look at myself every day. I wake up in the morning, and at the end of the day, I look at myself. I put myself in check. I've been doing this for several years now, right? And that's been going on longer than my problems have started, right? We'll get into all that later, but it's not like this is all fresh, new revelations to me. I've always been the kind of person that observes the world around me, while everyone else is blindly taking a part in it. I'm out here observing it, watching what everyone does. And I can tell you the people who will complain about this stuff are the very people taking part in it. Right? What's wrong with this world? Well, you're not going to fix your public servants because you can't even fix ourselves. We can't even fix the very people around us, right? Who are corrupt. Corruption happens at the heart level, when the heart chooses to allow corruption in. Okay, let's consider this. Donald Trump, he's guilty. I don't know why people can't understand that. This ain't being political about it. It's being honest and truthful about it. He's guilty. He's shown that. They are all guilty. All of them, right? So they're calling each other out. And sadly, you got the people that don't want to let go of Donald Trump, and they're now posting these memes. Oh, you didn't care when Biden was in office, supposedly, right? That's how it don't matter who's in office. You either care to get these sick bastards brought to justice, or you don't. And if you don't, then go burn in hell with the rest of the world. But if you do care, then stand the fuck up and start showing it, right? Trump is guilty. It's time to cut ties with him. He don't care. He don't care to cuss you out. He don't care to cut his support. I don't need you guys now, he's telling, right? Then good. Put his feet to the fire. He's guilty. He's not of course, so are the rest of them. Right? Now you got the very guilty, who we know are already guilty, who we know absolute for a fact are guilty, like Kevin Spacey. Right? Now Hollywood comes out. Now they're all coming out of the woodwork. Yes, show us the list. Bring that list out. Why? Because they all know they're on the list. And they know that list ain't coming out because they also know Trump and everyone else is on that list. Okay? Now, of course, Bondi ain't on that list, or Kash Patel, or Dan, however you say, Bongino, right? None of them guys are on the Epstein list. No, that's true. They're on other lists, okay? This is how this shit works. Corruption from the top down, from the bottom up. This is how it works, okay? Where you find out, the funny thing is, where all of these people keep getting taken, who is in control? You ask yourself, what group, what club has always been around and has chapters in every community in this nation? Right? You can go out to the edge of your town, city limits, corporation limits, whatever, and I think there's one right over here. I've shown them before, right? And there'll be a little sign with all these badges all over it, and that'll tell you these are the people behind this nastiness, right? Okay, and they take people on the very local levels. You got your local politicians, your local public servants have dirt on them. I've been submitted some dirt that I'm choosing so far not to. I don't want to go that route. I want to try to stick with the way God would, right? But the spiders on us, whiskey. But the point is, okay, they all have this dirt on them, okay? It's not just the people on the high levels. No one's going to do nothing about any of it, because even your local people, you got the same stuff going on, the same gross, sick stuff going on. You'll have governors come out, Ohio comes out, patting themselves on the back once a year. Oh, we busted all these Johns, and meanwhile, quietly in that is the politicians that were busted for the child stuff, right? But otherwise, the rest of them are just dirty bastards getting busted for prostitution, right? But whatever. It's sickening, but what's the problem is, all of us are a part of this, right? Nobody wants to face the uncomfortable truth and get something done about it, because we all got our own dirty shit in the closets, right? What has everyone's attention right now? Sadly, now you got these memes running out because the CEO was caught on the kiss cam, right? Oh, and now there's jokes about it everywhere, and has everyone's attention. This is, you can't make videos. You can make videos telling people how corrupt the system is, how ruined your life is over this, and try to bring this to light. And the majority don't bat an eye. Or you throw something out there, oh, look, we found somebody cheating. Everyone's interested. Now everyone wants to make a joke about it. The problem is, it's not a joke, right? Let's take this on a whole much deeper level. Yeah, it's funny. Now the CEO got caught, got busted, caught red-handed. Yeah, that's funny. You know what's not funny? Is the person on the other end that had to find out that way. The very public humiliation, right? But then you look at it, how is this world going? Maybe she was cheating on him too anyways, right? Maybe, maybe not, we don't know that. But it's even deeper than that. What about the woman he was caught with, right? This is the problem is, and especially all the women are out there, oh, giving this guy hell. Oh, it's a dirty bastard, right? This is dirty but cheating bastard, right? But the women are like that too. But now it's so much easier to blame this guy, right? And I'm not trying to no, he deserves it, right? But what about the woman he was with? She's probably messing around with some dude or f***ing somebody's life up, right? Screwing up somebody's life, lying to him, and here she was, or she treated him like shit and turned her back on him so she could go sneak around with this guy, with this loser, right? That woman's every bit as dirty, right? How come she ain't being thrown to the fire? You think she didn't know he was married? She knew it. She didn't care. And this is what's going on all around you. Okay? These are just the people that got caught, and now everyone thinks it's funny. Well, this is where we're at in this world. Judgment is coming upon America. Every nation, every civilization before us has been warned before it's happened. And those that chose to ignore those warnings have been annihilated. We've been warned and warned and warned, and now we're going to sit here, and this is how this stuff gets accepted, right? We're going to sit here and allow these people to just brush it off on the Epstein thing, right? Or we're going to sit here and not face the facts that, that's where you want to really put it in perspective, this whole deal with the memes with this CEO that got caught on a kiss cam, right? Take a moment to think about how sad that really is. Okay, that's some dude that had it all and didn't care about his soul, right? Because what he did is a sin that will condemn him to hell, cheating on your wife, right? Or, your husband or wife. But so is this woman that was with him. She's not innocent. She knew he was married. She knew all about it. She didn't care. Right? The money talked. But the problem is, this is going on. You don't have to be a rich CEO. It's going on. Your neighbors are doing it. Everyone's doing it, right? This is why we can't end corruption, because society as a whole is corrupt and does not want to point out what it's doing wrong, face what it's doing wrong. And you can see this, what's happening on the major news for America is just a reflection of what's happening in our daily lives, every one of us, right? At some point, it's a reflection of our lives. It's just our lives, and we don't want to cut the people out and leave them to themselves. we're just too afraid to do it on a whole, right? I mean, I'm doing it, and I know there's people out there doing it. I'm not trying to say I am doing it and no one else, right? I'm just saying on a whole, this is where we're at. This is where we're at in society. Everyone's corrupt. And how do you know if you could trust someone, even to be your friend? Well, are they cheating on their significant other? Then you can't trust them, right? I know dudes that are tight with each other, right? In certain communities. And, but yet they know that each other's cheating on their women, right? And they run around acting like they can trust each other. Behind their backs, they're backstabbing each other. This is what it is. Everyone's cheating everyone. Everyone's corrupt. And we're making light of it. And so, you know, you also have the same person that tells us the beginning of fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, also tells us with much wisdom, with great wisdom comes much sorrow, right? And you start to figure that out when you start to choose wisdom, live your life right according to God, and looking at the world and putting everything into perspective. The much sorrow is because you find out that when you choose the path of doing right, you're going to lose a whole lot of people that you love with all your heart. And that's how much wisdom brings much sorrow, because that wisdom tells you that it don't matter what you do. They'll choose a life of sin over you, and they'll burn for it and not care, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Whiskey and I appreciate it very much. That is the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See ya.